Today, we're talking about the Sheraton Vistana Resorts in Orlando. And first, let's clear this up right away. Yes, there are two of them. And in this video, we're going to take a look at each of these resorts, compare and contrast, and help you figure out which one works better for you and your family. And you'll want to hang around because in the end, I'm going to straight up tell you which of these resorts I like better and which one I think makes for a better family vacation. Let's start with the names, because the Sheraton Vistana Resorts in Orlando are each uniquely named, but those names are like 93.7% the same. Let's make sure we understand which resort is which, because the last thing we want is for you to make plans to meet your family, but then find out that you're in the resort 10 minutes up the road. But then again, maybe that is what you want. The names of the resorts are the Sheraton Vistana Resort Villas, which is located at 8800 Vistana Century Drive, and for the sake of brevity, we're going to refer to this one as the Vistana Resort. Then there is the Sheraton Vistana Villages Resort Villas, which is located at 12401 International Drive. And you can see the only difference in the names is the insertion of the word villages here. And we're going to refer to the resort on International Drive as the Vistana Villages. We're going to start our comparison with buildings, lobby, circle drive, and first impressions. Let's begin with the larger and older of the two resorts, the Sheraton Vistana Resort. According to businesstravelnews.com, the Vistana Resort was built in 1980. And although the property is well maintained, it still in some ways shows signs of its age. The circle drive is average, but in either case, it's of little consequence since you'll park near your villa. The lobby is nice and makes for a good first impression. Most of the buildings on this property do not have elevators. The buildings and the grounds both seem well maintained. However, as I mentioned before, both show remnants of that 1980s building date. According to travelweekly.com, the Sheraton Vistana Villages, on the other hand, has a building date of 2000. The circle drive here is big and welcoming, and in my opinion, the grounds here, which includes a waterfall centerpiece near the entrance, are slightly newer and nicer looking by comparison. The lobby here too is nice, and I would say the lobbies overall are comparable. Again, the grounds at the Vistana Villages are well maintained and include walking path bridges and nice landscaping water feature. The nod for first impression goes to Sheraton Vistana Villages. Now, let's talk about accommodations. We'll start with the Sheraton Vistana Villages. The Vistana Villages has the advantage of having elevators. In both cases, our unit was a 2-bedroom, 2-bath villa. And in this case, our unit had a pretty standard vacation club floor plan, but was recently updated and had nice decor. And here, I thought the bathrooms were a good size and configured nicely for families. Next, let's talk Sheraton Vistana Resort Villas. Again, I mentioned that most buildings here do not have elevators. This is important because it would limit the selection of villas for anyone with mobility issues or who just didn't want to deal with the stairs to first floor units only. Our unit here, also a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, was decently updated, but did have a few nicks and dings and slightly showed signs of its age. However, the floor plan was unique, and the bedrooms were large, and once again, I liked the way the bathrooms were configured. Sheraton Vistana Resort has the advantage of more floor plan variety, including townhouse options. In the end, with large properties such as these, the condition of the villas can vary greatly within either property. I'm going to call the accommodations a wash. Next, we got to talk about the pools. Again, we're going to start with the Vistana Villages. The Sheraton Vistana Villages has 3 pools. The first is the Bella Pool, which is the main pool. This pool is large, has activities, and a small quiet pool area nearby. Then there's the St. Augustine Pool, which is the family fun pool. This pool has a pirate ship play area and a water slide. And lastly, there's the Key West pool, which used to be the most chill of the 3 pools, but it's pretty well attended. The Sheraton Vistana provides lots of poolside real estate. However, since all of the pools are well attended, seating can be challenging. The Vistana Resort, on the other hand, has 7 pools. At this property, you're likely to find a pool option that suits your vibe. There's 3 large feature-style pools, each with a dining option attached. These pools are the Fountains, Cascades, and Super Spa pools. All 3 of these pools are well attended. Then there's the Falls pool, which is the family fun pool that is equipped with a water slide and splash pad. Then there's the Courts, Springs, and Lakes pools, which all are smaller and typically a little more chill, but this can vary depending on the day. The Vistana Resort wins for pools, hands down. Next, let's discuss activities. The Sheraton Vistana Villages has a good amount of guest activities. The Vistana Villages has multiple fitness centers, and each has a good amount of cardio and strength training equipment, including free weights. Also on the property are multiple playgrounds, basketball courts, tennis courts, sand volleyball courts, and shuffleboard. The Sheraton Vistana Resort has a big amount of activities. Again, they have multiple fitness centers, which are decently equipped. The Vistana Resort has multiple playgrounds, basketball courts, lots and lots of tennis courts, sand volleyball courts, and shuffleboard. But they also have pickleball courts, mini golf, and 2 arcades on the property. So once again, the Sheraton Vistana Resort wins this category pretty handily. There's lots to do there. Next, let's talk about dining. Both of these properties have a marketplace. We'll start with looking at the marketplace at the Vistana Resort, which is a comprehensive convenience store and coffee shop. The marketplace is flat out nice and truly usable. There's everything in here from grocery to souvenirs to pool necessities. The marketplace at the Vistana Villages is also nice, but not as nice as the one at the Vistana Resort. Here, you can still find much of what you need, but overall, the store is just not as comprehensive in comparison. Also, at the Vistana Villages is the Breeze Bar and Grill, which is the most restaurant-like option on the property. Here, it's really order and pick up, or order/delivery to your table. The Breeze also has indoor and outdoor seating available with a pretty good patio. Then lastly, there's Pirates Cove Pool Bar, which is a bar and little Tex-Mex kiosk sort of thing. Here, they make drinks and small stand-style Tex-Mex like tacos and nachos, but the menu is limited. The remaining options at the Vistana Resort are My Tiki Hut / Azula, which is an eatery with a bar attached. Then there's Castaways, which generally only has daytime hours. This is basically a small patio-style poolside bar and grill. Lastly, there's Zimmy's. Zimmy's is also a poolside bar and grill, but also has a sports bar kind of feel. Zimmy's also has an indoor dining room where you can sit and be served. The downside of dining at the Vistana Resort is that all of the menus are similar, and there isn't much selection variety. However, the Vistana Resort gets the nod because of the market and the variety of different environments when it comes to dining. Also, let's go over a few more notes. The Sheraton Vistana Resort is a huge property, and the property is split into 2 parts. And in some cases, you may need to exit a security gate and then enter another to get to where you're going. But there's also an on-property shuttle service that you can call for a ride within the property itself. Next, location. I think location is a toss-up. The Vistana Resort has better access to the Disney parks, and the Vistana Villages are more convenient to SeaWorld, but you can get to where you're going from either location. So, which property do I like better, and which do I think is better for families? Let me start off by saying that I think both properties are a win, and I would be happy to visit either location. I think the Sheraton Vistana Resort villas are the better option. Ultimately, the variety of on-property activities pushes this property over the edge, as I feel like each activity goes a long way toward an enjoyable stay. Also, the marketplace is great, and there's a variety of different playgrounds and different type of places to sit while dining. And just the overall size and scope of this property are big, and it makes it feel as if there's a lot to see. However, if you like something a little smaller, then maybe the Vistana Villages are better for you. Have you visited both of these properties? What do you think? Please comment and let me know. It'd be really great if you could share your thoughts. Thanks for watching Fitness and Beer.